Paula,
Hi.
what's up?
Hey,
Oh,
I'm trying to push the screen back a little bit more so you can see.
yeah, I know. It's always weird when you go live with someone.
I like stepped
Okay.
up my live today and made a little background.
Did you?
Ooh.
Hey, we got it, right? There's nothing else to do, right? Got to keep
Yeah. How are
soda
you? What
busy.
are you doing to entertain yourself?
Um, Literally, probably watch so much YouTube, you have no idea. Like, yeah, I can't
I
watch
do
shows
that.
like that.
Well, I do that on a daily, so I mean, I'm always on YouTube. I'm a YouTube like supporter for sure. So.
So, yeah, like, I can't. Everyone's like, oh, watch, like, binge watch a show. I just can't.
Mhm.
I'm not a big. I rather watch like the only type of shows I'll watch is like a competition show or something. Like if it's a cooking
Oh yeah.
competition show or like
Yeah.
be anything, any kind of competition I'll watch. Well, how about you?
And
What else you been doing? Like, cause what it's been
I
almost a whole
I have
month, right?
discovered I've discovered the world of TikTok, and
Have
I'm actually pretty good at doing my little acting debuts. I was like, okay, okay, she got the words right. I look like I'm saying it from my voice, but it's like someone else's voice, so it's like a
yeah,
little,
yeah,
I don't know, I guess it's like a lip sync thing. I don't know what it's even called.
yeah. They're cool. I've seen a couple of yours. They're dope. Like super. I
Thank
just
you.
can't.
My first one
I've
was
been
kind of
trying.
weak.
Yeah, I signed up for it, but I just can't. Everyone's like, Nick, do them. I'm like, nah. I'd rather just watch everyone and
Well, then,
yeah.
and I see also what I see a lot on there is a lot of singing too. I didn't know there was like challenges that you can do singing wise, so it's kind of cool.
Oh, really? I didn't even know that. Huh. It's interesting. I didn't even know that was a thing.
See,
Huh.
now you know.
See, I don't. I gotta actually go on it because I think I watch everyone's TikToks when they post them on like Instagram, Facebook. I don't actually go on
Gotcha.
the actual app and watch like follow people. That's what I need to do.
Yeah. Are you in
But
Chicago?
yeah, I left LA for now. I got literally. I left. I went back to LA to grab the rest of my stuff on March 1st, and it was
Okay,
getting a
so
little
crazy,
like
I'm sure.
weird. Yeah, like the airports. Like I literally was wiping down everything, and
So that's the
like people
thing.
were
I
yelling
keep
at me.
thinking about it. Like, I moved to LA obviously to do my music stuff, right?
Hmm.
Right now, I feel like it's on hold. Like my whole move from like going from Texas to LA to kind of do more music stuff and work with people here. So I'm thinking, I'm like, are people going to continue to stay out here in LA? Are they just going to go back home? I
And that's
wonder.
the question I was thinking too, because really, if this lasts for like a year, you could kind of do it from anywhere.
Yeah.
You don't have to really be in LA unless stuff does clear up by,
Well, what I feel
you know.
like too, I have so many people that I know out here that do music and are producers or writers or whatever it may
Hmm.
be. We could work virtually. Like,
Yeah,
it's like being in
everything's
a studio,
virtual.
but not really, you know?
Yeah. Well, that's why I was even hesitant, like for like these interviews. Like everyone's like, "Oh, Nick, you should." Like people were telling me to do this like a long time ago, and I was like, "No, I just like in person." But now I kind of have no choice. Like
Yeah.
I'm like, okay,
I
well, I
know because
guess we're
we've been trying to set up an interview for the longest. The last time I saw you was at the PLT thing. That was so much fun.
yeah. I That was a really fun. Oh, I wish I could go back to that
The
day. Just
Roosevelt pool party. Yeah.
yeah, that was dope. That was super dope. It was long too.
Ooh, and it was hot. We were sizzling out there, but we looked
Uh
good. We
huh.
had tan.
Yeah, it was good. But no, I want.
Yeah.
I guess we'll just start. I want to ask you like your early days, like beginning of your career, like when you were a kid. When did you
16.
know like, huh? Yeah, like when did you know you wanted to do the whole entertainment? Singing the whole shebang.
Um, I think it all started when I was in piano lessons. I was
Okay.
probably, I don't think what age I was, 7 or 8. I
Okay.
had a piano teacher and I was learning the piano. I was trying to go, do an instrument.
Hmm.
And I realized that I like singing more than playing the piano. So I started doing like festivals, I started doing weddings, and I kind of just, I sang wherever I could, whenever I could.
Hmm.
I was also in church choir, so that kind of helped me learn harmonies. And I
Yeah.
feel like gospel music is so different.
Yeah.
I think that's where I
Yeah.
got my soul from. I really
Uh
do
huh.
that and sing country. So with
Yeah.
country songs, everything is kind of like longer notes. and as
Mm-hmm.
well as gospel. Everything's a long note that goes into like a harmony. So
Mm-hmm.
that's my background for sure.
So, well, you know what I didn't realize? I didn't realize like, well, first, no, first before we even say that, how did you audition for Clive Davis? Because that's like, Clive Davis
Honestly,
is like the guy.
I know. And I didn't know that at the time. That's the crazy thing.
That's
I knew he was in music, and I know I had another I had different types of I guess auditions you could say. And when I
yeah,
went into I think it was I had two auditions that day, and that one was the last one. So I go in there, I'm singing like Alicia Keys and whatever songs that I know, and I'm just like pointing at him. I'm
uh
singing directly to him. I'm working the room. I'm 16,
huh.
right? So
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just like whatever, don't care. Like I had no idea about that side of the music yet. So I leave there and they're like, he wants to sign you, like he wants to sign you today before you leave the building. And I'm like,
That's
what?
crazy.
Yeah. So to be able to work with him and for him to see something in me that I already kind of knew myself. Obviously, my parents have been very supportive, my family, and everybody that I've touched with my music and my
Yeah,
voice. I was just like, this is it. This is the beginning of something. So
yeah, yeah. How
it's surreal. It still
like I
is.
think
Even
about it.
talking about it, I'm like,
Yeah, I was gonna say it's surreal. Yeah, like on Arista Records at 16 years old, like one of the biggest labels, like a huge roster of dope artists. Like you join, like, and I feel it
yeah.
was kind of the early 2000s were like the last real years of like how could I say like um the people backing you. You had like artist development. You had the
Mm-hmm.
budgets. You had
Oh, the
the money
budgets,
there
yeah.
to make. Yeah, the budgets were amazing. You could do promo tours nonstop, and
Mm-hmm.
you're getting paid and you're doing what you love. And like how was it being so young? Because I didn't realize you were that young, to be honest. I guess because I don't know, you just don't. I don't know. Sometimes I think it is too. You didn't do the route of like a Disney or a Nickelodeon. You went straight
No.
into the actual music, like a lot of
And so
young
that was
kids
the
will
thing with
start.
me. Like, I gravitated to songs that I loved, and they
Hmm.
asked me to like my A&R was amazing, Steve Ferrer. He just asked me, he's like, "Who do you want to work with?" As soon as I was signed, I'm like, "I want to work with Neo. Like, he's
Yeah.
amazing. He writes well. He knows how to write from a woman's perspective." And
Uh huh.
so they got me in with him, and that was Walk Away. When it was me, we didn't. I feel like we did another one, Make Them Clap to This. It was a
Okay.
little more up tempo.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
I remember that
but
song.
I
Yeah, it
feel
was a good
like,
one.
and it's crazy because when I think about it now and I go back in retrospect, I feel like I was already trying to putting my A&R cap on at that age, and I didn't know
Yeah,
at the time. I just knew I wanted to work with who I wanted to work with, and I felt like they would mesh with me as an artist, as a singer. So
yeah, because I was gonna say you had like off your first debut album, you had four major singles, and it's so
mm,
dope. Like I think about it too. You had like Easy. You had the album version with Lil Wayne, and then you had the single
mm-hmm.
version with Bow Wow. Like
Oh yeah.
how? Yeah, like
So
how
yeah,
was it? Just
doing
like
Easy
all of
was
it.
the last. It was the last song for the album, and they were like,
Uh
"Okay,
huh.
we got to get this wrapped up. We got to get this with this." And that's the first time I was like, "Oh, cool, okay, deadlines,
Yeah.
deadlines, got it." But I was actually in the studio at Hit Factory in Miami, and
Okay.
he saw that somebody was in the studio, and they played him my song, "Easy," and he jumped on it that night. So that was cool.
That's so crazy.
The clearance of it took a little longer for the actual video, so that's why we did the one with Bow Wow. And that
Oh,
version
okay.
was awesome too. I know a lot of people they go back and forth like, which is your favorite? I'm like, I can't
But
pick. They're both great.
yeah, I was saying you both. Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like I think
And
about
too
it too.
bad
Like,
we
'cause
didn't do the video, Lil Wayne, because we went #1 on TRL. Easy.
yeah, like, and that's
Shout out to
like,
you guys.
how was it? How was that though? Like being on TRL and doing. I think the first time I met you was at what was it? The Rock Your Prom tour.
Wow. Yeah.
I mean, that's a minute. I mean, I think I met you there, and I met you. I think you did like I forget. It was like a dub car show, I think, in Chicago, or
Mm-hmm.
you did one of the car shows. I remember you were like the headliner
Yeah.
for the night. It was like at a big like a conference, a big what's it convention room. But
Okay.
Yeah, like huge, one of those
You
huge,
remember
huge
that? You said
rooms.
prom. I'm trying to remember that performance. When
Yeah,
my
because
mom was
that was a
with
minute.
my mom.
Did I? See, I don't remember. I just wish like I recorded more stuff back in that day, but no one had phones or
I
nothing. It was kind of
know.
more just you
I
snap a quick
know.
photo and hope the Kodak moment comes out good when you develop it.
I had a lot of like video things, and I had a lot of pictures that I can't
Uh huh.
find now. So there's so many memories that I could like relive and look at and be like, oh, I remember that. I remember what I was wearing. I remember who I was talking to. I remember what we did.
Uh huh.
But luckily, my mom did. She did keep a lot of memorable stuff. So,
That's dope. What? How were your like? What did your parents think when it all happened so quick?
well, my mom was with me in New York when I got signed.
Okay, dope, dope.
So her being there, we were just like, ah! Like we were just screaming and just like excited. And she's like, you know, Mija, you've been at this for so long. You knew you wanted to be a singer, and I'm glad you stuck with it. She's like, I'm always going to support you. We love you no matter what, no matter if you're Paula Deanda or you're just our daughter. So that's what she'd always tell me.
That's awesome. Well, yeah, I want to ask you too because I know certain artists could and certain artists can't because of contracts. I guess like the
Mhm.
second album wasn't released. Could you like? Is there ever a chance you could just leak it or drop it, or is it like you can't because it's record label stuff?
So I don't know how that exactly works. I know that there was different people that I was working with on the second
Mm-hmm.
album, and I do have some actual. I think I have some of them in an email.
That's dope.
But as far as to put them out, I'm not sure. And you
Yeah.
don't want to step on people's toes, and that's the thing.
No.
Like
Yeah.
if I play songs from my second album, people I can play them. I just can't put them out. So that's the
So you could
thing that
perform
was
them,
the.
right? Yeah.
I think maybe there probably is some loophole to that.
Yeah. Cause I was saying like what JoJo did.
Oh yeah.
She re-recorded her
So
first two albums.
yes, I actually was talking to someone who I've been friends with for a long time who worked with RCA when I was signed.
Uh
And
huh.
she was telling me, she was like, you should do that. And I was like, yeah, I would love to do that. We obviously have to talk more about it in detail, but that would be
Oh yeah,
cool.
that'd be super dope. Like, cause that's when the music was like the best. I don't care what anyone says. Like the late '90s, early
No,
2000s
I
was.
honestly, I'm so blessed to have been signed at that time, to have been able to tour the world, to go to Hawaii, to go to London, to record just different places, and to really touch people on the road during that time, because I feel like it was totally different. There
Yeah.
was not Instagram, there was not a Twitter, there was
Uh huh.
MySpace.
There
And
was my
MySpace was popping.
yeah,
Um,
MySpace.
but you really, I don't know, I just felt like music was different then. It really was.
Yeah,
So,
it was dope. Like I miss it so much because I missed the. I was saying like the promo tours, the regular tours, opening for
mhm.
someone, co-headlining with someone. Like you all did
Yeah.
so
Be-
much.
Being off, I was on and off of tours with Lil Wayne and Chris Brown. So I was like, I
Yeah.
would do like, I guess they would call them like spot dates here and there.
Uh huh.
And so that was cool because I mean, I'm a huge fan of Chris, and um, just being on those tours, just seeing those people perform, and his dancers, his whole like everything.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh, now
Okay.
that is a performer.
Yeah, it's super dope. Like, well, I guess like so after you did. That's what I also want to ask you because I give you a lot of credit. I think it's a lot of you had to put your pride aside, and I think it's really dope you did it. You did the voice.
Mm.
Like, how was it? Like, was it hard to do because you were already signed? I mean,
It was hard. I
you
went
know,
back
you
and
were
forth.
huge.
I went back and forth. I went back and forth, and I'm like, should I do it? Should I do it? I'm like, what do I have to lose? Like,
Yeah, you don't.
who cares? Like, get out
Mm-hmm.
of your comfort zone. Do it, Paula. Why are you tripping?
Yeah,
Like, I've done bigger things than this. Like the audition for Clive Davis.
yeah.
So why not? You know. Um, and so when I went on the show, it was funny because I got paired up with this really dope singer, Brittany, and she was like, "Girl, I thought you were just staying at the hotel. I didn't know like you were actually like part of the production." I'm like, "No, I'm here just like you guys. Like, I'm a
You.
contestant." And then when I got there, I saw like Walkaway was on the list of songs to sing or like doing too much. I'm like, this is
No.
weird. Yeah. What if I sing my own song? They were like, what?
But yeah, that's so crazy.
Yeah, but it was a
Dang, I didn't
great
even think of
experience.
that.
I would not do like a singing show like that again though, because it's a lot mentally, and I feel like, there was so much talent too. It's hard to choose one person because even I was like, what? Why did they let go of that guy? Why did that girl go home? Like, what are y'all doing? Like, but again, you don't know like who's really pulling the shots on those type of things. So
Yeah. Again, I feel like some contestants don't really run with it enough.
yeah,
Like they just think the show's gonna get them famous and like exposure. And it's like, well, no, you still have to like work.
yeah.
You can't just be on
Well,
the
and
show
that
and
was the
think like,
thing. They gave us like these contracts to read over. They were huge. They were like books like this,
yeah,
like just in case you make it further, this is what happens. I'm like, what? My brain was like,
yeah,
no.
yeah. That's
But no,
crazy.
I had a great time, and I think being able to just be around other creatives was really fun. So
That's dope, dope. But yeah, because I know. Well, the cool thing is you did. After that, you did the Jump Smokers from Chicago. That's super dope. Like,
that's
how? What was it called? The Voice and the Beats. It was the EP, right?
yeah. So Jay Roman, he works for B96
Uh huh.
Chicago, and he was like, "We have to do an EP with you, but we have to do EDM." And I was like, EDM. Okay, let's do it. So I flew out to Chicago. I had deep dish pizza. We got in the studio and we just knocked it out. Yeah.
How was it? Like, was it good to have like a full body of workout again to, just
Oh
the
yeah, it was
nostalgia?
fun. It was like I said, I was. This was a point in time where I feel like I was telling myself, get out of your comfort zone, try different
Mm-hmm.
things. And the EP was fun to make because it's not. People don't usually hear me in EDM style.
Yeah.
So even me getting to like know my vocals that way and to sing on a beat that's different. So
Yeah. Yeah.
but it was
Yeah. I
fun.
was gonna say. Yeah, I was gonna ask you too. Like Chicago, I know because I remember where else did I? You were at the B96 Summer Bash. That huge like
Yes.
soccer stadium. That was a dope
Yes.
lineup. Like I
Who
remember
was on the
it
lineup?
was
Sierra.
it was
Uh
Sierra, Rihanna. I think maybe T Pain or Akon. One of them, but I missed like that was the
wow.
good.
Oh, LL Cool J. I remember because he was doing like he was doing something. He had on these earphones and he was just like this.
The vibe the whole time.
Yeah, I was like, awesome, Mom, that's LL Cool J. She's like,
Yeah, right. Yeah, because they don't even have that anymore here. Well, they have the Summer Bash still, but they don't have it at that place anymore. Which
oh
I was like,
wow.
dang, because those are the best ones. I feel that was like 2000. I think 2007. I think it started 2006 there, but I think I think it was 2007.
I
But like,
remember
yeah,
that
it's just
because I had video of me backstage talking to Jay Roman and talking to the radio station. And I remember going on stage and I remember just seeing people just like from here all the way back. And I was like,
yeah,
Chicago
yeah, it was
gets
a
down.
crazy
I
crowd.
will say, Chicago gets down for their
Yeah,
concerts. They don't play around.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. And people get so afraid of Chicago. They're like, oh, I'm gonna get shot if I go there. I'm like, it's not how it is. Like Chicago,
So
if you're in the right
someone just
area, you're
asked,
fine.
let's read, I want to read some of the questions that people
Oh, okay,
have.
yeah, yeah.
Someone said, how do you survive as an artist when you are not actively on the radio? Well, luckily, I am on the radio. Thank you, Sirius. Thank you, K-pop. I see you guys every day playing Walk Away, and that's how it should be. Um, so rotation is a big thing, and I think when I first did Walk Away, obviously we did our little tour. We went city to
Hmm.
city, but Kiss FM actually put me under their wing. Like I remember going to their studios a lot here in LA, and
Hmm.
I think I even did like a liner for them one time.
Oh yeah,
I was like,
yeah. I
it's
remember
Paula
them.
Deanda, and you're listening to Kiss FM.
Uh, yeah, I miss that stuff. I miss the and it's funny because it's not even that long ago, but it
Yeah,
feels like it's forever ago. Because really, it's less than 20 years ago. But I
I
feel like
know.
it's been like I was a kid, but I really wasn't. I was like my late teens, so it
Let's
just
just go back. Ready, guys? Ready?
I right for real. Get out of this quarantine, back to the early 2000s would be
Yeah,
great.
no,
But
like I said, I look back at that time and I feel so blessed and I really get to dive into it more and more through people's stories too, when they write me and they're like, this got me through this breakup, this got me through this, my sister loved your song, kind of thing.
Hmm.
It's just amazing to hear from other people how you've touched them.
Yeah, no, it's super dope. Yo, yeah, I know you're from. Well, I know you were born what in San Angelo, but then you moved to Corpus Christi. Christi,
Yeah.
what when you like? I forget what age it says,
Um,
but
so we moved to Corpus, I want to say I was 13.
13. Okay, how was that? Because like, I know Selena, was
Another
from there.
another sacrifice that my parents made for me for my
Yeah.
career. They're like, let's move to Corpus if you feel like you can do some stuff with someone that I was working with at the time, a
Hmm.
producer. His name was Cruz Martinez. He used to work with the Cumbia Kings, and they had in development a girl group, and so I was part of that girl group. I got recruited, and I was like, "What? Never sang
What?
with other girls like this. I've always been sola, you know." And so singing with them, I learned more harmonies, and just we would sing day and night. Like that was for me. I guess that was like artist development because once I was signed, everything was like, boom.
Yeah, it
So
was
when I
quick.
moved to Corpus, singing with that girl group, and then just writing my own songs, like getting in my room and just like zoning out and trying to write a song was like a big accomplishment for me at the time.
Yeah, that's super dope. And I love that you dropped Itty Bitty, like tribute to Selena as well. Like,
Yes.
how was it? Because you were still young enough, like, to be raised almost in Corpus, because you were still 13. So how was it?
Mhm.
Like, I know Selena's huge. That like she got her museum and the monument, and like I know, and
Yeah.
you met like her family, right?
Yeah. I actually, so for when I was working with Cruz Martinez, he had a girlfriend at the time who was an artist, Alicia Berial. I don't know if you guys have heard of
Okay.
her. So I did backup singing for her at Q Productions. So I actually recorded with
Oh, okay.
Red, Selena's
That's
engineer,
awesome.
and I recorded at Q Productions. So that was another like thing that I could just, cross off the list. Like, wow, I'm singing in Q Productions. Um, Red is recording me. This is crazy. And he's so cool. Very,
That's
very
so
efficient,
awesome.
very on top of his stuff. Like he's like, let's do another one. Let's do another one. Okay, we got that. Now let's do the harmony. And I think for me, like I feel like because I was in the studio at age 10, recording
Hmm.
songs, doing demos, that when I get in the studio now, I kind of know how to just get in and do my stuff. But I like working with other people because I know there's different ways to record.
Yeah. Yeah, that's super
You
dope. Because
always learn. You're always learning.
yeah, and you've seen it so many different aspects of like your age, where you, like you said, you were prepared. Like you weren't just thrown in where you were like,
Mama
okay, what
ain't.
am I doing? Like you already knew what was up, which is awesome for that age because I feel most people like go off the deep end at, you hear people going crazy at like 20 years old. It's like, how are you going crazy? You only been doing this for like 5 years, but people don't, I
Yeah.
guess, like people don't know or they're not
I
prepared.
think
So it's dope.
honestly, I think you can say it's luck. You can say it's like you work at it so hard that you just get there. But I think you just know in your gut and your whole body, like overall, what you
Yeah.
want to do if you want to be a singer. Like you just know it right off. Like my mom said, before
Yeah.
you were even walking, you were trying to sing. You were humming. You were doing, you wouldn't shut up.
That's
So
so awesome.
I stuck
Well,
to
no,
my strong points. My
you
strong
said,
points was my singing.
yeah, you have an amazing voice. Like one of the dopest. Like I've always been a fan of yours. I was like, Paula just got that voice. Like, and it's dope. The
Yes.
thing I miss, like, I wish, I don't know how this would happen when all this craziness is over, but I don't know if he's ever talked about it. But
Hmm.
like, everyone's doing the reunion tours.
Oh yeah.
I would love like you, Frankie J, Baby Bash, Natalie, Amanda
So we
Perez.
it's crazy because me and Bash, we just talked the other day on his live, and we were
Uh
talking
huh.
about how shows coming up, and he's like, "Man, the pinche virus." Da, 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 da. I'm like,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know. We had a show in Dallas, so it was gonna be. I haven't seen Frankie and Bash together since. Oh, sheesh. We did a charity event in
Uh
San
huh.
Diego. Um, when there was I don't know, something was happening. Floods was something with the weather.
Oh, something was
So
going
I haven't
on.
seen
Okay.
them. Yeah, so I haven't seen them in a minute, and I was so excited to like do a show with them. And then Lovers and
Yeah,
Friends was coming up too. I was gonna be a
I was
cameo.
going. I got my ticket
I
still.
know.
I hope they
Yeah,
reschedule that for whenever because I bought that.
I
I
think they
literally bought the
will.
super VIP ticket because
I
I
think
was
they
like,
will.
I
And I
want to
even
be the.
wanted to. I was gonna dress very 2000s for my performance,
It's that has to happen.
like
Like I don't care
nostalgic.
what.
You know?
Yeah, that's why I like I heard from bought it because to be honest, I think the lineup was super dope. Like it's cool they put in some new people, but
Mhm.
I just love all the throwback. Like it's just
Yeah, I've
that's what I
got so
bought my
many
ticket
tweets
for.
about it. They're like, "Why aren't you on it? Why aren't you on it? Why aren't you on it? Why aren't you on it?" I'm like, "Well, calm down, guys. Fashion's on it. We may perform your favorite song, so stay tuned." You know?
That's so dope. Well, no, yeah,
Yeah.
and collabs. Like you've worked with a lot of people. Like, I, have you ever recorded a song yet? Still with either Nivea or JoJo? Because I feel like
No,
both
me
of
and
them.
JoJo. Shout out to Joe. Me and JoJo recorded a song with Jay. I think it was JR. Jay Rodham.
Uh huh.
He had a
Yeah.
beat, and we were just like around each other at this time. We do a lot of shows together too. And I forget how it goes. It was like a sexy like snake. I'm trying to remember it. But yeah, we recorded a song together. We just never got to put it out.
Ah, that. Yeah, that has like that'd be
And
super dope. Like I could totally.
would love to do a song with her. I would love to do a song with Nivea. Um,
Yeah.
Nivea laundromat. Come on.
Yeah. Classic. Like
Every time
and
I do
those who's.
laundry now, I'm like, I'm headed to
I
the
mean,
laundry stand.
I miss them. Like it's just the nostalgia of it all. Like I kind of wish the Lovers and Friends they did like a almost like a tour with it and intertwined like
Well,
all
I
the
think that's what they
2000
wanted to
late
do.
'90s.
They saw the amount of love that it got, and the reactions from people was crazy. So I think that's what they wanted to do.
Yeah, they need to because like that. Yeah, that it's just if you were born in that late '80s, early '90s, everyone knows what it is. Lovers and Friends
Yeah.
Fest because that's
What's up,
the
San
best.
Diego?
Yeah, I was gonna
What's
say
up?
like
What's
what
up
was
from
it?
San Diego?
Oh yeah, yeah. I was gonna say though, you've been dropping music consistently. Like you've always been dropping singles and I love what you do, like you said, you stay out of your comfort zone by you drop like a reggaeton song you're featured on, or you drop your own song that's more pop.
Man,
You know,
the collabs lately have been so inspiring to me because it's different. Again, I get to
yeah,
play another character, I get to play another role. And I don't know, I just really like the Spanglish right now. I think it's fun. Makes me feel sexy.
yeah, I was gonna say like you've had like what's home? What's I forget the title of it. What do I have? Killing My
The,
Vibe. Oh my god.
oh yeah, you like that
Killing
one?
My Vibe, I love it. Like it's just a dope. I just like everything about it. Like
Thank you.
you have some dope music.
Shout out to Dub Shakes. Shout out to Wasim. We did that here in LA. And I think
Hmm.
they were in the studio, and I just walked in, and they were watching like a Bollywood thing. It was like chama
Uh huh.
chama. So he's like, "Hey, you're gonna sing in Hindi today." I'm like, "What? Okay,
What?
I can learn." And I've done before.
Yeah.
I've done like I think it was background vocals like in that type of genre. So I was like,
Hmm.
"Yeah, let me do it." And then it's obviously very pop too. So I was like, "I got it. Let's get it."
Yeah. You kill like all your music. You kill like nothing is bad. Like there's not one song I feel of yours where I'm like, it's I don't really care for it. Like it's all
You should get
you
back in there
just
and do it again.
the what?
You should get back in there and do it again. Just kidding.
Dude. Well, no. What? Oh yeah, I want to talk about the walk away challenge you started. Yeah, like
This came out of nowhere. I
did
was
it?
on a live. I've been going live a lot, and people are like, "You need to do
Yeah.
a challenge." And I'm like, "Well, I've been on TikTok. I do see a lot of challenges going on. Why not bring something that's nostalgic back to the mainstream?" So
Yes.
there's doing too much challenge. There's an easy challenge, and walk away is the first challenge. So walk away is just basically like me and you could be conversing, and all of a sudden I
Uh-huh.
start walking away. Like I just walk away
Okay.
from you. Or
Okay.
if you're a girl and you want to do like a slow walk away, like the video, you can do that too.
Yeah.
Or you can sing along with walk away. Whatever you want, be creative.
Yeah, it's super dope. Like, how does it feel though? Like, too, because walk away and doing too much. They're too, like you said, like at the Voice, they were on the list to sing. How does it feel like when you walk into, I don't know, like Target and you hear it playing? And cause I feel like those are two songs that are played everywhere.
Well, you know what's
Like
crazy is
from,
when I repost about those songs, my baby songs.
uh
Um,
huh.
I call them my little babies.
They,
When I post about them, people tell me I had your ringtone, or I had like what do they say? Their iPad, the iPod, the small ones, the little ones you used to have.
yeah, the smart, yeah,
I had it on there. So I just think it's funny. It gives me more ideas. I'm like, how can we bring this back today? Because it's not done. I
yeah,
don't think it's done doing what it's doing. Like I just get so many messages and voicemails telling people, they're telling me
yeah,
they miss me. You know?
yeah. No, it's super. Like, what's one memory? Because you got to go to all the dope parties, award shows when award shows were good. Like when you wanted to go to an award show. Because today, like award shows are good, but they're not what
I you know, it's
they
crazy.
were.
I went to American Idol. Speaking of like shows and singing shows, at the beginning of a conversation, I don't know if you guys saw, but I went to American Idol, and I went to American Idol with Clive Davis and
Uh
his
huh.
son, and I got there and I was like, this is so small. Like it looks so big on TV. I had no idea. I'm like, this is it. That's all.
This is.
The stairs stops right there. Um, but it was cool as an experience. Again, like just being in the audience and watching that type of show. But yeah, no, the concerts back then, I still reminisce to this day because it was such a different era, such a different
Yeah.
feeling that you get.
No, definitely. Like, what's your favorite? What was like your freak out moment? Like, was there someone on the carpet you met or at a party you met where you were like you just couldn't believe it? Like that sticks with you, I guess.
I think TRL,
Yeah.
being on TRL and being in that building and seeing people outside with like signs that say Paula Deanda, or like
Uh huh.
I had a street team that had like um the picture to Doing Too Much where I'm like this with the hat and the little booty
Okay.
shorts.
Yeah.
They had a big cardboard of me, and they were like
That's
this,
so awesome.
like a life
And hold
size.
on, wasn't it crazy though? Because I made it to TRL before it. Well, the original TRL, like you're talking about, how small it was. It was super small, like literally like a corner of a room.
Yeah,
Like it's so crazy how like you said, you watch it your whole life, and you're thinking it's like this big old, I don't know, it's TRL, and then you get there and you're like, it's
mm-hmm.
still surreal to be there, but how small and intimate it is. Like
It
it's
really is
crazy to
intimate.
me.
But I like
Yeah,
that part about it because I feel like you said, you can see it on the screen when you're watching it. When I was a little kid, I'm watching TRL, and like Christina Aguilera, Aaliyah, like all
yeah,
these like goats, Mariah Carey. I'm like, what? I'm here.
yeah,
I'm performing on TRL, and people are here to see
yeah.
me. Like, what the crazy?
What do you still? Who do you still wanna? What's still on your bucket list? Like either
I still want
work
to
wise.
actually let's put this out there into the universe. Um, I recently met Beyonce, but I didn't get to go up to her and speak to her. I was just literally like in a kitchen, and she was sitting on a couch like this far from me. And I was like,
Oh,
what?
what?
Again, she's a Texas girl. I love her songs. I think she's incredible, irreplaceable. Reminds me so much of, of Walk Away and those type of records because Neo
Mm-hmm.
obviously wrote them.
Yeah.
So we
Neo
already
wrote them
worked with
all. Yep.
somebody in common. We're both
Okay.
from Texas. So to actually get to have a conversation with her would be amazing, but it just wasn't the time then. She was chilling. She was sitting on the couch. And
Yeah.
before I even realized she was there, I was like, ah! yeah, like
That's so
that's
awesome.
a
Like,
goal. That's a goal
that's a
is to
go.
actually
Okay.
be able to speak, have a conversation. So
And it's funny you say that because people don't get that, and I keep on telling people that haven't lived in LA, and I'm like, just because you see someone a big, you just don't run up to them. Like, it's a
yeah,
time and place
I
for
mean
all of
people
that.
do, but I was
Some
not. I'm
people
like no.
do, yeah, where it's bad and awkward, and like you could just tell the person's body language, like they're really not, they do
Hmm.
it, or maybe they don't do it, but people don't get that. Like, yo,
Yeah,
it's yeah, I seen them, but it's a time and place. Like, I'm not gonna,
for sure.
do that. I'll just wait till next time. Like, it's good. Like, people don't get that. I feel in LA, that's like a major thing. Like, it's a respect
Yeah.
thing. You don't just do it. But no, I guess like to wrap up because I don't want to keep you all day. I know. I mean, I know we're all quarantined, but I don't want to keep you all night.
No, okay.
What what do you want to do? What do you want to do during this quarantine right now? Because I guess it's like a new way of life. Unfortunately for us, like, what do you want to accomplish while this whole thing's going on, and what do you want to do after?
I'm actually going over my songs that I haven't got
Okay.
to release and thinking about ways to do videos for them as well whenever everything clears up and we can. See you scary, you know?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm doing.
Okay.
And I'm
Dope.
spending
Dope.
time with this one even
Aww.
more than we already do. I've been FaceTiming with my family because they were going to come to LA, but everything kind of happened. So I haven't been able to see them, but we will soon.
Yeah. Were they nervous? Did they want you to come home right away, or were they like, no, just be safe out there at
No,
first?
I think they knew that it'd probably be safer for me not to fly home unless I
Yeah.
were to drive home, which I drove out here when I moved to LA, so I know that's a long drive.
How long of a drive that was? How old were you when you moved out
It's
to
long.
LA? How long you been
I've
out
been
there
here
now?
for over 3 years now.
Okay.
Yeah,
Dang, yeah, I give you a lot of credit for that. That's a drive.
there's a drive.
Like,
Luckily,
it's
I had some family in
crazy.
El Paso that I stopped and stayed at a hotel and kind of met up with them. But yeah, I was just like over the mountains by the time I got here. I was like,
Yeah,
can't
I was.
wait to get here. No
What
more
was out?
lockdown.
What was LA everything you thought? Like, what were your
Yeah,
what?
for me, like because I've been in LA for so long. I feel like I've lived here, but I haven't because I'm from
Yeah.
Texas, obviously.
Hmm.
Just traveling back and forth at a young age, and then doing my second album out here, just living. I think I was here for a couple weeks, living with my mom.
Okay.
We lived in Toluca Lake area, so finally, like being a little bit older and knowing what I know and having the connections that I do and keeping in touch with people out here. Once I moved here, it was like, okay, let's get it. Let's get in the studio.
Hmm.
Let's work. Let's not just talk about it. I'm here. I'm here. Let's go.
Yeah. No, it's super dope. Like, I just give you so much credit for like keeping at it and doing it and bringing the nostalgia back. Like when I seen the Walk of H, I was like, oh, it's so dope. She's bringing back the new.
That's why I got this
It's
tat. It's Si se puede. Yes, you can. It's to remind myself every day.
yeah, it's the truth. Like if you don't, yeah, it's so true because so many people don't take the leap either of faith and just go. Like
Yeah.
just do it. What do you have to lose? Nothing. A little money, but money comes and goes, so it's
A
not
little money.
the
It
end
is
of the world.
expensive to be in LA. I will say that.
Yeah, LA is no joke. That rent
It
is
makes me miss Texas when I think about the
yeah,
price differences. I'm like, what? The
yeah.
Mexican food that I miss in Texas as well, and obviously my family. But no, being in LA I feel like, has helped me do even more in my career. And so, if that's
Hmm.
what I want to do, if this is what I'm passionate about, this is where I have to be. So, but again, with all that's changed, you can make plans, you can do this, you can say you're gonna do this, and then life happens. So, who knows?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. I just hope. I don't even know what I hope to be honest, because I don't know. Like we hear new stuff
like,
every
what
day.
are
It's like
concerts going to be coming up? Like, how long do people have to wait? And are people going to want to be in crowds?
exact. And then they said what the concerts aren't going to happen. Concerts or sporting events till October, fall 2021, or fall 2022. Like I just can't even imagine that long. Like I go to a concert at least once a month, if not more, just because
Mhm.
I love music. I've always been a
Oh, I
like
love live music, and I love intimate settings.
yeah
So I'm just like, well, there goes that.
yeah, like I love going to super dope little spots in like especially LA. LA got so many dope like places that people don't even know about that you could just vibe out to music, or actually people like big artists just surprise you in little sets, which is super
Mhm.
dope. Or like you were
Someone
saying, like the
says I should go
parties.
to New York when everything settles down. I lived in New York for 5 months. I would call myself a New Yorker. You know, I was out there. I was out there. Your girl
uh,
was in the paint. She was in the paint. I
well,
was
no, I
riding
did
the
see someone else
bus,
asked you too.
metro.
Um, someone else asked, would you? I think they said, are you gonna work with Baby Bash again and Frank? Like, would you work with Frankie J?
Oh
Like,
yeah, I already have.
yeah,
Again,
that's what I thought. I knew you already
we've been
have.
yeah we've been in the studio. Me and Frankie actually want to do some more Spanish stuff. He's my translator. If you guys don't know, one of my many, but he's like really good at translating English to Spanish. He helped me with Facile, which is easy. He helped me with yeah, Walk Away.
Oh, that's huh.
So when I
That's
sing
dope.
it live, my last performance I did in Vegas, which was amazing and great, like incredible. The audience was insane. I did the Spanish version at the end, and they went nuts. Thank you, Frankie.
Yeah, where was it at? Where'd you perform? The Brooklyn Bowl, right?
Brooklyn Bowl, yes, that's a
Yeah, I
really
remember
cool.
seeing footage you were posting.
Yeah, that's a really cool
Yeah,
venue.
that looks super dope. Yeah, I got it. I just can't. I hope like for all the artists' sake, it just the concert stuff because that's where it's at. Like, and then like you said, are people gonna be afraid to go to concerts? Like,
I don't know.
it's so weird. It's just I don't
It
know.
is, but luckily for us, we have things we can do. Like we can listen to music, we can get lost in meditation. I meditate from time to time. Even my dog
Mm-hmm.
meditates. I know it sounds crazy, but I'll put on a meditation music and we'll do the breathing thing, and he'll be like, too.
It's awesome. Well, no, I mean, be safe because I know LA. I mean, I've
Oh
heard
yeah,
good things and bad things of right now.
I just got a new mask and I have gloves that I put on if I go out. But I've been inside actually, unless I want to get some
Is it?
sun for a little bit. Yep.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is it eerie in LA right now? Like, is it weird? Like,
Not so much
is it
eerie. It's
super?
just it's definitely slowed down. There's still some people that should probably be inside that are outside. I'm like, what are y'all doing? Gathering around. There's more than people. Go home.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's slowed down.
Yeah. Well, that's good. Yeah, but well, no, Paul, I want to thank you so much for doing this. 'Cause I know we've been trying to,
Of
and it's just
course,
been,
it's been forever.
life
I
happens.
know. But yeah, when we saw each other at the pool party for the PLT event, that was good. It was like
Yeah,
blast from the
that was super
past.
dope. I know. I wish.
Again, we wouldn't have seen each other if I wasn't out here in LA networking.
Very
So,
true. Yep. Yeah, because I was only out there for when I was living out there. That was like my first month, so it was super dope to see.
yeah.
Because I went
You
like I'm
were
like,
at a
oh,
pool
hopefully.
party. Look at you.
Yeah, I know. That's someone else told me I seen there. They're like, really, Nick? You made it here already? I was like,
Damn.
I didn't know it was gonna be this type of party. To be honest, I thought I don't know what to think. To be honest, then I walked
Mhm.
in. I was like, oh, this is yeah. Let me just take this all in and get me a
Yeah.
drink. And but
If you guys have never been to a PLT party, oh my gosh, their drinks are so good. And I don't even drink, but when I go to a party, I'm like, I'm gonna have whatever they're making.
when,
You
yeah,
saw me.
that
I was like, I'm not even drinking, but I'm gonna get more water, but I might get a
water.
drink
Yeah,
in. And I did. Yeah.
yeah. Because I had to do that. I had to had drinks in between because that's dangerous. Just consistently drink. I'm like, I need water in between every drink because and like you said, it
Yes,
was hot.
hydrate.
It was super hot.
Hydration is key. Hydration is key.
Yeah.
Look
But
at
no,
the
be
sun.
safe.
Look at the sun coming through for
What?
me right now. Aw.
See, I missed the sun. Here it's snowing.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was 80 degrees last night and it's snowing right now.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, Hopefully you get some sun.